Hey everybody, happy Friday. I'm Walt Cameron.
And I'm Stephanie Cameron.
And we're the publishers of Edible New Mexico Magazine. And welcome to episode 38 of the 5 Minute Friday. This week, we're having dinner and a movie with Arroyo Vino. Inspired by the dinner and a movie, we're making beef stew and we're gonna watch Hamilton. And we're stirring up a purple cocktail in honor of the inauguration. But first, we're gonna do this. Alright, so we were waiting a little bit longer than I thought.
Oh, that was terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
We just picked up our care package from Arroyo Vino for their Sunday dinner and a movie. And what they have been doing almost since the pandemic started is every Sunday they curate a movie and a meal for you to enjoy. And you pick it up on Saturdays. And it's a super fun idea. They also have an incredible takeout menu. So be sure and go to Arroyo Vino's website and sign up for their emails so you can get all the deets. And of course it comes with a bottle of wine because that's what Arroyo Vino does. They pair it with what you're gonna eat. This is a Gruner Veltliner, which I love. It's one of my favorite varietals. So I'm gonna give that a sip. So let's see what we got. We've got green rice. We've got black beans. We've got a ceviche. Excited about that. We've got tres leches cake for dessert. Woohoo! And chicken and spinach enchiladas. So everything is prepped for you and then you just reheat it at home so it's perfect. It's ready on Sunday when you're ready to sit down and watch your movie. This week's movie is Hidden Figures. I am excited because I actually have to confess I've never seen it, so we're gonna watch Hidden Figures and enjoy our meal. I'll be back once we've played it. Okay, we've heated up our dinner and plated it, so time to give it a try. This is octopus, shrimp, scallop, ceviche aguas chile. Super tasty. Okay, now for our chicken spinach enchiladas with rice and beans. Those are really good. Dessert.
Tres leches.
Tres leches cake. That'll go perfect with the wine. Arroyo Vino, dinner and a movie.
Okay, so on this episode, we're gonna be making beef stew. So we got inspired by a couple of things. One was a dinner and movie that we had with Arroyo Vino, and two, the inauguration. So we thought it would be cool to do a dinner inspired by Hamilton in the 1700s. So we thought, beef stew. So that's probably what they ate then. We don't know. So we're gonna start by making a beef stew. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm gonna do is I've got all my ingredients. I'll just show you as I go in. So I have about 4 slices of thick sliced bacon here that I'm gonna be using. And that's just gonna go right into my really hot pan. Right, let that fat render. And then what we're gonna be doing with that fat is I'm gonna be cooking the beef in the fat. Okay, so now you can see I have rendered the fat of this bacon out, and I'm just gonna pull this bacon and throw it into this bowl. It'll go right back into our beef stew later. So now it's time to brown our beef. I have about 2.5 pounds of beef here that I've cubed into about 1.5 inch pieces. Okay, so this beef is from Rancho de Mil Piedras in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. I am only cooking a few at a time, then I'll brown each piece and then do more. And then I'm gonna put them right in with my bacon, and then we'll start adding our other ingredients for an amazing beef stew. We are just about done browning all of our beef. This is the other beef that I've browned. And we're just gonna go ahead and pull these out. So I'm only gonna do about a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna put that in there like this, something like that. And then we'll do about a teaspoon of pepper, just like that. And then
You spill any of that on the floor.
and then I'll shake it up. All right, there's too much in here to do that.
I don't want my meat falling on the floor.
Okay, add a little bit more oil. That was about a tablespoon, I guess. I don't know. So we're gonna add the onions in. Now I'm gonna turn my heat back on because I turned it off. I'm gonna turn that on medium. And then we're gonna add our leeks. We have leeks here. This is just one leek. It just adds a nice flavor. And then I'm also gonna add about a cup of celery. So we're gonna put that in. Oh yes, and don't forget the carrots. You gotta do carrots, because all these things cook around the same, they all take the same amount of cooking time. And then I'm also gonna put some salt in. Whoops, I just spilled my salt. To help sweat out those onions and those leeks. So our onions and our leeks are looking pretty, they're looking clear, translucent. So we're gonna throw in our garlic. This is 5 minced garlics, 5 cloves, pretty big cloves. This is tomato paste. This is 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm gonna throw that in. Then we have a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That's gonna go in. And we have 2 teaspoons of thyme. And this is fresh thyme. And that's, oh, by the way, that thyme was out of Steph's garden. Okay, we're in this tomato paste and get that mixed in. The cool thing about this tomato paste is it's going to create a really nice fond on the bottom of this pan. The sugars are all gonna caramelize. Yes, there's a little wine for the stew. Okay, so this is red wine. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon. 1 cup. And this is going to deglaze the bottom of the pan here.
And the sides.
And the sides. And then I'm going to let this reduce for about 2 minutes or so. This will reduce. So this is reduced a little bit here. So now I'm going to add my flour. So this is a 1/4 cup of flour. I'm going to whisk that flour in as I'm adding the beef broth. And this is 4 cups of beef broth. Ooh, that looks good. Okie doke. So this, we've added our beef broth. We're gonna add our potatoes. Grab these. And this is, oh, I don't know.
It's like 5.
5 small potatoes.
Well, medium-ish.
Medium-ish potatoes.
They're not Yukons, they're red potatoes.
These are red potatoes. It's almost like you don't even need the beef. I don't know whoever said that. You need the beef. And oh, look at that juice, the juice that accumulated. Oh, that definitely goes in. Along with our bacon. I'm bringing that in too. So now I'm gonna give this a little bit of a stir, bring everything together. Okay, so we've incorporated everything. We have plenty of liquid. 1 final ingredient, 2 bay leaves. 1, 2. I'll just push those in. This goes in the oven at 325 degrees for 45 minutes.
All right, it's cocktail time. Who said dry January? Officially over. time to celebrate with new hope for our new president and new vice president. Got my pearls on for Kamala. And we are going to make the cocktail at the back of the new issue, which is called the Lovin Roses. And Natalie Bovis of the Liquid Muse stirred this one up for us. And we like the purple. It's that kind of unity color, red and blue coming together. So we're gonna make our Lovin Roses cocktail. 1 ounce vodka from Still Spirits. I'm gonna double it because I'm making a cocktail for Walt and a cocktail for me. That would be 2 ounces total of Still Spirits vodka. Then we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of the Vara dry vermouth. And that would be 1.5 ounces for 2 cocktails. 1/2 ounce ohm, which is Natalie Bovis's company, the Vanilla and Rose. And so 1/2 ounce would be 1 ounce. So we're gonna have to go a little bit over. And then 1/2 ounce of violet liqueur. And this is what's gonna give our drink the purple. Let's say 1 ounce of the violet liqueur. And so we'll go a little bit over. Gonna give it a quick stir over ice because it's spirit forward, so no shaking here. Strain into our glasses.
Good job, Steph.
Perfect. I did that perfect. A lemon twist. You could also garnish with a rose petal, but we don't have any fresh roses on hand. Here's to Lovin Roses, and here's to Unity. It's a very floral drink, it's a fun drink, and it's super yummy.
This is our beef stew. Oh, look at that. First, I'm going to finish it with a little bit of finishing salt. Make it pretty. Beef stew with a little wine.
It's Hamilton time.
It's Hamilton time. We're gonna watch the movie Hamilton while we have our beef stew. Alexander Hamilton would be proud to eat this. So, that's it for this week's episode. Be safe, be well, and be kind.